Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to Fire Emblem Heroes. The new legendary hero has arrived and looks like it's our 5th Azura. IS is getting a lot of backlash for this as usual because we just got an Azura alternate not too long ago and we're getting another one. Some people are really salty about it, but the way I look at it, it's always a win-win situation when this happens. If you don't like the newly announced hero or the banner, then it's a good excuse to skip it and save your orbs. Even though I'm not that fond of Azura as a character, I will try to pull one copy of her and I'll explain why during this review. Alright, Azura is our first legendary dancer hero. She's a blue flyer and has a stat spread of 33 HP, 30 attack, 35 speed, 17 defense, and 24 resistance. Her BST is 139, which is tied for the lowest in the game. Her super boons are HP and resistance, while her super bane is in defense. Her stat spread is very mediocre, which is to be expected for a dancer unit. At least she has 35 neutral speed though. That's the most important stat for a dancer. High speed increases her survivability by allowing her to prevent doubles. This is especially important because her defenses are really low. I don't even think she can survive most reds if she gets doubled. On the offensive side, she doesn't have the stats to take out anything but reds. Triangle Depth is going to be a really good A-slot skill for her outside of Arena to increase her offensive and defensive capabilities. With stats like that, she can't defeat or tank green, so the disadvantage effect from Triangle Depth isn't going to hurt her in any way. Her unique weapon grants 3 speed. Extra speed is always useful on dancers, like I said before. That's one of the most important stats for them to increase their survivability. Additionally, if Sing or Dance is used, grants bonus to target's attack, speed, defense, and resistance equal to highest bonus on target ally for 1 turn. So basically, if an ally is buffed with a display buff, then the highest value spreads across to their other stats, after they get danced of course. An example that they give in the weapon description says if target already has a +6 bonus to attack, then that 6 attack bonus spreads to their speed, defense, and resistance as well. It's kind of a weird effect. Generally, you want to apply as many buffs as possible to everybody on a team, or at least most of the units on your team, so that they can all use the bonuses on the same turn. This is especially the case on defensive teams like in Ether Raids for example, because you don't know which unit the attacker will attack first, so you want to give everybody buffs so that they are equally hard units to engage on. With that said, I think this effect works better for offense in Arena or Ether Raids. You can just have Azura on your team with Attack Tactic as your only display buff and fill the rest of your team's slots with combat buffs. That way you can get a lot of value out of this weapon. Something that I'm really curious and interested about is, does this weapon effect have any weird AI manipulation properties to it? Let me give you an example to show you what I mean. For example, like if 2 allies ended their turn in attack range of a foe, but one of them has a disadvantaged matchup and buffed with Attack Tactic, while the other has 0 buffs but has an advantageous matchup. Will Azura prioritize her dance on the ally that has the Attack Tactic buff or not? She might just dance whoever does the most damage like normally, but I'm still very curious about the result. Now, Great Waves is a unique dance assist skill. It does the same thing as dance, except that if the target is an infantry or a flying ally, then that target can move 1 extra space. This is a very interesting skill. It's very good, especially for Ether Raids on both offense and defensive teams. Being able to retreat your infantry or flying allies 1 space farther is very valuable on offense. And then on defense, I mean, combining the fact that she's a flyer unit that can run guidance, fly formations, aerobatics with a wonky assist skill like this makes her very threatening. She can create these unique scenarios that no other dancers can do. For instance, Legendary Lucina can move 9 spaces now after getting danced and after using Future Vision. It does require some setup, but it's something that she can only do with Azura's new assist skill. If you're really invested in Ether Raids, then summoning Legendary Azura just because of this skill is something you should consider doing. This is the only reason why I will be summoning for 1 copy of Azura. I'm looking forward to playing around with her in Ether Raids to see what kind of cool shenanigans that you can do with her. Her new A skill is Blue Dual Flying 3. It's used to treat the unit stats as 170 BST so that they can score higher in Arena. Because Azura has a unique weapon and assist skill, I believe she should score the same as Brave Hector and Brave Ephraim, which is the 2nd highest tier in terms of Arena scoring, assuming she's equipped with all the highest scoring skills in all her slots. She's the highest scoring dancer now, which is no surprise. Very good unit to get to +10 merge. Her B skill is aerobatics. I think Wings of Mercy is always generally better than everything else on a dancer, but aerobatics comes close. It really depends on the situation. I think you can get more value out of aerobatics on player controlled offense since you can actually control how you position your units. The AI is pretty dumb and can't properly position themselves, so Wings of Mercy will be more useful on Ether Raid defense teams, but it also depends on how your defense team is laid out. I mean, aerobatics is a pretty rare skill, so you could just use it for the sake of throwing people off. C skill is attack tactic, good skill on mixed emblem teams, and it fits perfectly with her weapon skill. She can grant allies 6 attack with attack tactic, and her weapon will take that 6 attack buff and spread it to the other 3 combat stats on whichever target that got danced. Overall, Azura is obviously amazing. She's hands down the best dancer in the game now. She's a flying dancer, ranged as well, so she'll move after melee allies that have assist skills equipped. Scores very high in arena, has a unique gimmick in her assist skill, and overall just amazing for Ether Raids as a whole. She's also IB proof because she's a dancer that will mainly be used for her utility opposed to her stats, but let's go into key IBs anyways. 38 neutral speed with her weapon equipped is still not enough speed to prevent doubles from some of the speedy red units, so I think speed is still the best boon for her. If you want the tankiest Azura as possible, then minus attack is the best bane to look for. If you want to keep her 30 attack because maybe you want to use her to 1-round KO slow red units, then the best bane in that case would be resistance. Alright, so that's my review on Azura. I would highly recommend summoning for her, but if you don't like her for whatever reason, then you can skip, of course. Don't forget that we have New Year's coming up featuring Harid, Fiorm, Gunthra, and Lebatine, so don't use up all your orbs if you are interested in the New Year's banner. There's also the Beast units or Lagoos coming in January, so keep that in mind as well. But that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.